Hello, everybody. My name is Nathaly. I am with Unicorn Properties, and today we're going to be talking about Dominican Republic real estate. The first class or the first session we did was on the theory behind Dominican Republic and how it is as a country. Today we're going to talk about listings and comparables. So please do write in the chat or in the comments who you are, your name, your current location, where you're from, what countries you want to learn more about, and what's your goal for this call. If you're not in this call, you'll see the recording. Still, please share with us who you are and where you're from so we can connect with you later. As I mentioned, my name is Nathaly Salas. I'm part of 𝗖𝗶𝗁𝗍 and Unicorn Group. And I am based out of Chicago, and I cover the area of Mexico. If you want to get a hold of me, you can scan my code here. And make sure that you have your camera ready to scan some codes, because as we share the properties, we're going to share the listings in the corner. So you'll be able to grab all the listings from there. If you have any questions, the listing agents will be available to answer any questions. Nancy, let's get introduced to Nancy. Nancy, thanks for being us in the call. Nancy's part of our group.
Yes, I'm 𝗙𝗂𝗃 𝗫𝗃 from the Dominican Republic, an ESP agent from 2 years ago. And I'm proud to be part of this team. And we're working about international buyers and all the property that we have in the Dominican Republic to share with all of you. So my English not very good, so Nathaly, you can help me, please?
Yes. Yes, thank you so much, Nancy. Nancy and I were up until 2 in the morning yesterday putting this together. Thank you, Nancy, so much. And Daryl as well, he's been providing a lot of content and education on this topic. That's one of our favorites. Let's go back to the presentation. Thank you, Nancy. For those who don't know about 𝗖𝗃𝗃, just to share some stats and information, we're currently in 24 countries around the world, every single state of the US, and we are currently about almost 90,000 agents worldwide, with whom we exchange and leads, referrals, and also education. So that's how we collaborate here in this call. This is our map on how we are located around the globe. These are the regions. And I won't spend too much time on that because a lot of people already know this. Something about this call that is important I like to bring up is that we cover not only the real estate sales, but also everything that goes around it. We invite some of our partners to join our calls, because it's very important for us to not only do the transaction, but also support our clients in every single area, from, how do you get the money to move in this country? What's the legal aspects to it, to how do I take care of my property, and anything that has to do with relocation. Something I like to mention is just the referral. The idea of this call is to understand our referral system. And we have two types of agents. We have the remote agent that works, let's say in their local, in their country, Canada, US, they understand about the market, but they're not physically there. So the showing agents are the ones that live in the location full time. They're plugged into the market. They know what's happening at all times. They know who are the good developers. They know who are the bad developers. And that's the reason we connect with other agents locally, like Nancy and Daryl, to make sure that they are, they know what's happening at all times. So make sure that when you send a referral to any of the agents, you understand the difference between them too. The remote agent can understand about the market, but probably they're not as plugged in to everything that is happening daily in there. So we just always mention that at the beginning of each call. Why should you pay attention? Because, well, there is money involved, and you can make money, extra money outside your commission. So an example of how much, just to get an idea. If you were talking about a property that is 500,000, we are, let's say 2% commission. We're talking about $10,000 on GCI, gross commission income. This can be split between different agents from 2 different countries, and you can make a few extra $1,000 just by sending a referral connecting to people. So if you know anybody who is interested in the Dominican Republic as a market for real estate, please connect them with our local realtors, which we will be showcasing. And that can generate, I won't put the amount, but this is just an example, maybe $3,000 just by connecting to different people in countries that you don't even have to travel to. This is our agenda, and this is how we have already covered a few countries already. Portugal has been the last 2 weeks, and then we're in Dominican Republic. Next week, we have Puerto Rico and Italy in the next month. So please stay tuned for these calls, and otherwise they will be recorded and online. This is our agenda, but we'll go one by one, so bear in there. Why is this important? A lot of the content for real estate, international real estate is not mainstream, so it's not available in online that you can ask ChatGPT and it give you the answer. So a lot of this we have to go to the city, we have to ask local realtors to go and dig on this information about a title, about a client, about a property, because it's not widely available online. So that's the reason we always plug in with the local agents to make sure that we get what's happening and who's who in the area of real estate over there. If you scan this QR code, you'll get to see the playlist that we already have the prior sessions recorded. So feel free to come into this QR code or watch the recording after. And we have this in a playlist, and we record all the different countries there, and we just post it in YouTube for everybody to check. Pay attention because there is a commission that can be made. Also, we are in Workplace. If you're not in Workplace, it's our intranet, let's say, call it, of EXP agents. Is where we find like a directory of all our members from our 90,000 members. So that way you can scan this code. If you have access to the system, you will be able to open it. If you don't, you won't. But just so you have it, it's here, just so you go straight there. Here's where we post all the content as well, the links, what's coming, what announcing the new countries that are presenting next week. So make sure that you look for international call in Workplace to get access to that. I wanted to mention also our leaders in the country. I just spoke to Pedro earlier today. He couldn't be in the call today, but he's a new director of operations in DR, and also Beth Romero, which is helping us with everything that has to do with transactions. They are leading the country right now for DR, and for any questions, for any new agent onboarding, please talk to Pedro. And also for any transaction questions or, what do I do with this specific, contract, Beth can help you with that. Destinations. So right now we're going to go over the listings, and I wanted to do the introduction super fast so we can dedicate time to the listings, because I think there's really, really good prices here in DR, and Nancy has been able to give us a lot of information on the area that is Punta Cana. She is between Santo Domingo and Punta Cana, covering the primary market that is, like in Mexico, we'll say our Cancun. A lot of people come through there, is full of resorts, but at the same time, people are investing in this area heavily. So I'm going to present her listings for her. This is Nancy. She introduced herself a little bit ago. This is her QR code. If you want to scan and contact her directly, you can. And then you can have a side conversation with her on any specific property that you'll see coming up. We'll start with the first property. And please, if you have any questions, post them in the chat, or you can ask at the end. Feel free to take screenshots, record, take pictures. This will be recorded regardless, but this is the code for the property. So you scan that, it will take you to Nancy's website. So today we're showcasing 2 agents for the sake of time, because we have it will be otherwise too many listings. Just so you get an idea on what's happening in Dominican Republic. I organized this from the less expensive to the most expensive. And although there's much more expensive than that, but here you can get a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 53 square meters. In the left, you'll find the square meter price and size. And on the right, you'll find the square feet size and price. We break it down to cost per square foot, because then you can compare different properties and you'll know the size. So if everything boils down to size, then you can compare apples to apples. But if you just know a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, that is 300,000 versus the one that is 100, you just don't know the difference. Sometimes it's easier if we just break it down for the smallest unit. To 1 bath in this beautiful location. I think it's a pre-sale. It's not in Punta Cana precisely, it's Cape Cana, which is a little bit south.
Vista Cana.
Perfecto.
Vista Cana.
Vista Cana. Perfect. And thank you, Nancy. This is a little bit south. And if you check this link, you'll be able to see the exact location and some more pictures. But I just wanted to mention that it's 100,000, 1-bedroom, $176 per square foot. Next one is going to be City Place, also in downtown Punta Cana. This will be how it looks like, the look and the feel. More pictures available on the website. This is a little bit up here from Punta Cana area, downtown, let's say. So if you want to see the location, also on the website, price $106,000. So we're talking like it's very reasonable, the prices for a 1-bedroom for this lifestyle. You'll never find probably this in Florida, but at least you can have similar lifestyle in Dominican Republic for a much smaller ticket price. Price per square foot, 198. If you want to see the price per square meter, it's going to be 2,123. That's a scary number if you see it in meters, but if in square feet is a little more digestible for me at least. So one bathroom for 106. Also here, Punta Cana, this beautiful resort living, also pre-sale, one bed, one bath, a little bit more expensive in the 243. Size is also a little bigger, so that's why the prices go. But as you can see, you know, from depending on how it looks like, all the amenities and everything that is available, the price will change accordingly. So we have 143,000 USD, which comes down to be $309 per square foot. But this is a different lifestyle, different amenities as well. Any questions? Scan this QR code. Let's go to Punta Cana.
Downtown Punta Cana.
Perfect. Downtown Punta Cana. Thank you, Nancy. This one has one bathroom as well. The Confotur tour, as the last session we had, and Nancy mentioned also, it is a tax-free area for up to 10 years. And they can confirm, or you can watch the session from last week, and it will explain everything that has to do with Confotur and what's the benefit for the buyer. For 10 years, you don't pay property taxes, if I'm not mistaken. This one is a smaller unit, 38 square meters. But I think if you like it, it's more about the community and the amenities and the lifestyle and how it looks, you know, the luxury of the amenities. So that's why the prices go accordingly. Although it's not too super expensive, 155,000, but it's a smaller unit. That's why the price per square meter and square foot is a little higher, $379. We're gonna go to Hana Loft, Punta Cana, downtown as well. This is a beautiful villa. It looks very beautiful. Downtown, perfect. And it's up here in the map. For any details, scan the QR code. But this one is a little bigger, right? Like we're talking about two bath villa. It's already your own house. A lot bigger. We're talking about 105 square meters or 1,100 square feet, which is a very decently sized house. For a small family, two bath. As you can see from the last slide, we're talking about here $119 per square foot. This one is $379 just because of the different amenities and lifestyle. So you can see that it's almost a resort living here. This is a one bedroom. It's still very decently priced. It's just a smaller size. That's why the price is high. But the one here is like your full own house, two bath, 135. So you will never find this in the US, probably nowhere to be found. But if you wanna, have a second home, you wanna have a vacation home, this is a perfect, choice, because we're talking about $119 per square foot, and you're right there on the water. Like literally, you can probably drive 3 or 4 minutes and then be right there. So please keep that in mind because I think this is a very good deal. Property details on the corner. If you have any questions at the end, for sure we can address those. Definitely not in the US, says Christy. Yes, I know. There also, thanks for joining also, Rosario. She said that there is some project that has a very good incentive for investors. Yes. So I think for now, we have 16 properties to showcase. This one was my favorite. I don't know, maybe the price, the look, or the feel, and the proximity to the water. Definitely a good buy. But the experts can say better because I only look at the price and the location and how it looks like, but probably they can share more with us about the demographics, why the price is different from one location to the other. For me, everything is next to the beach. That's good enough. But I'm sure there is more to that than, to the price. Two bath here. We're a little higher price point, $385, but we're talking about a much larger unit. So this is $158 per square foot. So we're not too far from the prior one. It's $119 just because of the size. We're talking about double the size. This is 105 meters or 1,100 square feet. This one is 2,400 square feet. So we're talking about a bigger, much bigger home. And that's why the price goes accordingly. But the cost per square foot is not that far off. We're like maybe $40 above the other one per square foot. But we're talking about a huge complex. And from what Nancy mentioned, also has the Confotur tax benefit. This is going to have a convention center. So if you have any property in this location, probably the rental income will be pretty good, because if you have a what they call a convention center nearby or something like that for concerts, probably people want to live, I want to stay really close to the location. So Airbnb income might be pretty good. But yeah, for more pictures and how everything looks like and the details, and it seems like a pretty luxurious units, please go to the scan this QR code and we'll take you straight to the listing, and you can contact Nancy for any questions. I like this one though, it's very cute. We're talking about now Cana Rockstar. Bávaro is also Punta Cana, and this looks like a beautiful also development. It's pretty modern looking, nice amenities, luxury lifestyle. We're talking about 305 or 306 kind of, depending on if you round it up. 305,000. We're talking about a unit that is a little smaller. That's what the price of the square foot is a little higher, but it's gonna make up for the amenities. So make sure that when you're looking at this, pay attention to why the price, probably because of the amenities and what you get for that. Probably a higher rental income, more luxury finishes. So we're talking about that in Punta Cana as well. This is an apartment. This is a three bath. Sorry, we're talking about two bath over here. Now we're gonna go to a bigger one, three bath. So for the size, 240. This one we're talking about a larger unit. We're more in the 800,000 USD, but you're next to the water, like literally walking. You have a pool, amenities, and this is kind of just like the view that you get for the it's just the closer to the water, the more expensive. You can drive to the beach or you can walk to the beach, and prices will change accordingly. So 849,000. This kind of would be probably like I would say in Miami would be really close to the water. This is gotta be like $5 million in the coast of Miami or anywhere by the water. For a three bath, probably let's say penthouse. So here you probably will have almost like a penthouse feeling. And only 800,000, and you're right there, so it's a good location. That's why the price is a little higher, but it's a very big size. I'm going to talk in square feet, 2,500 square feet, $329 per square foot. And Nancy mentioned that we have many tax-free zones, which is a Confotur. For any questions with that, please ask them to Rosario or Nancy can help you with those questions. Cap Cana, Rosario's mentioning that is famous for the destination and is known around the world. So this right here, Google it, map it. I'm learning more about DR. I'm just presenting. Thanks for all the experts that are sharing their information with us. Yeah, please find this listing in this QR code to get more information and photos. Now we're going to talk about the listings that we have with 𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏 and Oriana are part of the same team, the Freedom Builders. They're out of DR. 𝗏𝗏 is from Canada, Oriana, DR, and Spain, but they are located there as well. This is their QR code for the YouTube channel, in case you want to also see their listings there, and any content they create, reshare, contact them, connect with them. We're talking now about the north side of this island. So we're going up north, Puerto Plata, Sosua, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and then Gaspar Hernandez over here. This is the other side of the island. So probably I will say, if I remember correctly from the last session, about 3 or so hours, if not more. Punta Cana is over here. We're talking about the north side of the island now. For these listings, we're gonna chat about what's the difference in prices. You see here that the Punta Cana is heavy on traffic, is probably higher income for your, for your rentals, but here is more of a lifestyle. Like, I just want to go chill, no tourists to bother me too much. I just want to retire. So probably this lifestyle is a little different. Prices go accordingly. I want to chat about this listing right here. It's 179,000. We're talking about one bed, one bath. Area is 646 square feet. for the sake that this call is in English, I'm gonna go and talk about square feet. Because that way I put these two because all the content that we get is in square meters. So we always have to translate it not only in English, but also to square feet and dollars. But the good thing that Dominican Republic uses dollars, so for the listing prices. And then we don't have to do much conversion, like for us, in example, in Mexico with pesos. We're talking about 179,000, one bed, one bath, in this area over here, really close to the water as well. 646 square feet, and we're talking about $277 per square foot. For more photos, you can find it in this QR code. And now we're comparing, let's say, two different areas of Dominican Republic. This one is, and these are they're finished units. Investment, this is a one bedroom in Sosua, retreat area, one bed, 1.5 bath, a little higher, 242 price per square foot, but it's a little bigger, 807 square feet. So this one is, I think, is ready to go to be delivered. For any information about financing and how you do it, what's the negotiations, what is the owner willing to negotiate, just contact Daryl. In this QR code is going to be more information about the listing. I think this was one of my favorites. I checked this one is a villa, huge, I would say, depending on what big is, but it's fairly big. It's just a whole house. 1,100 square feet. This is a villa in a gated community. We're also talking about up here near Puerto Plata, between Puerto Plata and Sosua. 259, you get a 220 per square foot. If you want more details, check here. I think it's a beautiful community that you can explore. If you want to check the location, you scroll down on this QR code and you'll see exactly where it's located. This was the one that I meant that is huge. The other one is not that big. This one is big. 350 square meters. This is, square feet, 3,700 square feet. This is a big, big property for only 295. So I think it's a good deal. Like I mentioned, when I saw Nancy listings and I was comparing the prices, the little villa two bath sounded pretty decently priced. I was like, that's a good buy. But if your client is on a budget, if your client is into lifestyle, this is right by the water. You can actually literally see the ocean from here. This is 78 only, the price per square foot. So we looked even at 300, 400 per square foot. So now we're talking about 78. This is a huge, huge discounted price for what I can see as an outsider. But if you have any clients that might that have a 300,000 to spare, they can probably buy this cash and get this good deal for 78, dollars per square foot. I think this is pretty decent. I don't know if it's a hotel. It looks like almost like a hotel. For more information, again, scan this. The lot itself is 1,000 square meters, which is 10,000. So I always add a zero when I talk about square feet. Almost 10,000 square feet of land for 300,000. And then the construction area is 350. I think this is a very good buy for the space that you're getting. The real estate is already built, and you are facing literally the water. For Rosario is sharing with us that Puerto Plata and Sosua was the first tourist attraction in DR. And now the government has a support plan to increase strongly the tourism. So if you're buying right now, you're buying the low point, because once it gets busy, there's going to be the second Punta Cana. And then you probably, if you want to buy now and sell later, I don't want to speculate, but probably for double. Because Punta Cana is, selling like hot potatoes. And this one is really facing the water. Let's go to Cabarete. Cabarete is 192 USD. We're talking about two bed, two bath, 93 square meters or 1,000 square feet. This is $192. Probably a different community, probably amenities. But if you want to have more information, scan this QR code. This is all over here, a little farther in the other side of the beach. So we just went around the beach over here. For exact location, yes, please scan the QR code. Two bed, two bath for $192,000. Seaside. I saw this listing was beautiful. If you see the photos, it's a big place. It's like one of those infinity pools. 1,200 square feet of built area, which brings the price down to $258 per square foot. I think this is a very nice location for a family. It's a bigger house. It's a two bath. But I think the extra space that you have around the actual property is bigger than the construction area. For more information, scan the QR code 326.29, and now you will see why I tell you that the other one that is so reasonably priced. I'm talking about 258 here. We're talking about 78 in the last one. This is a four bath. So I think I like this one. I don't know why. Besides the price. I think it's a good investment for the long term. So if you want to buy, sell later, probably good price. We're talking now about pre-construction, new construction. It's a villa, 3 bath, 2 bath. We're talking about 140 square meters or 1,500 square feet. Pretty decently sized unit. A full house is a villa. And we're talking about $253 per square foot. So seems like a good price. It looks beautiful. I'll check the community for location. You can scan the QR code and it will take you straight to the listing, or you can just go to Freedom Builders global groups, Google them, and you'll find them as well. But yeah, this was a nice, because it's new construction. So you're literally talking about, a new house, brand new house. Price per square foot in this one is $175, which is not too expensive, I think. For this beautiful location. It's like a town home. We're talking about Perla Marina location, a little bit north from that peninsula over there. If you want to get the exact location, again, scan the QR code. We're talking about 3 bath, 3.5 bath, above 2,000 square feet. So we're talking about, you might be too close to your neighbors. If your client doesn't like to be close to their neighbors or hear some noise, maybe not a good fit. But if you have somebody who wants to rent it, easy to maintain, it looks beautiful, probably a good buy for $377,000 plus some change. We're talking about a large unit. That's what the price comes down to. 175 is just because of the size. It's pretty big. We're talking about a big family now, 3 bath, 3.5 bath. So, and it looks beautiful. For any questions, scan the QR code. Now we're talking about this piece of land. I wanted to share a little, just land too, because in Mexico we sell land. So it's very easy for us to picture it, what do you get for what? That's the whole intention of this call. And this is the last listing that we're gonna be sharing. This has it's called the Ocean Hill Club. Daryl probably can answer more questions if you scan the QR code. This is located right up here. And then you can see that the price for the land comes down to $16 per square foot. So it's pretty decent. It's a big land, 10,000 square feet. So you can see that it's huge. So if you're interested in land, construction, development, I don't know much about construction in DR, but probably our peers here can help you understand, what you can do in that area, what are the permits, what are the restrictions, but literally $16 per square foot for 10,000 square feet. So here's the price, $173,000 USD for a beautiful location. It's right on the water. You have your own beach over here. So it would be nice to see where exactly the land is located, but I'll ask Daryl. Property details in the QR code here. And with that, I think that's it. I went super fast. I felt like I was doing an auction. I'm going to open it for questions. If you are in the real estate space and you want to take your business international, if you're watching this video, you can scan the QR code. It goes to our WhatsApp. First, we had it only for EXP agents. Now we're going to open it for more agents and different professionals, because this information is just good for everybody. The more we share the knowledge, the more we can get more people involved in the international real estate space, understand about other markets, understand about other countries, and also send referrals and make extra money, because you never know who's going to be buying where. So this is our WhatsApp group. Thank you to all our collaborators today. I appreciate your help on this, this presentation. And right now, I think that's the last slide. So I'm going to stop recording to see if you have any questions. If you have any questions after you watch this recording, you can post them on the comments. The description will contain all the information of the people that we're presenting today. well, I was presenting, but I was presenting on their behalf. But contact them directly for DR because they will know better. I'm here just connecting them and presenting the products. I'll stop sharing. Thank you, guys. And I need to stop recording too.